Hello Facebook and YouTube. I'm just going to give you an update on myself and maybe talk a little bit about all this craziness that's going on and some good things too. So I'll be right back right after this. Watch out. Hello YouTube and Facebook. I'm back and we're going to actually be discussing a few things. My controller 1 needs charged, so it's plugged in. So I'm not going to be doing any of my cool little special effects or anything like that. So anyway, let's get right on this subject of what's been going on. First of all, let's talk about a little bit of the crazy stuff that's, well, actually, yes, stuff, I'll say stuff, that's going on in the world. You know, all the defacing, you know, getting rid of the statues of our past. You know, like Christopher Columbus. Here in Columbus, we got a goofball for a mayor, who I never voted for. So, no, he never got my vote. Governor, yes. Mayor, no. Guys, anyway, I just don't like him. So, anyway, you know, now they're taking down the Christopher Columbus statues. They're going to try to abolish Columbus Day. And the word on the street is they're going to rename Columbus. I don't know what they're going to call it, but who knows. But, anyway, so there's all that, you know, I guess in North Carolina they took down a statue and drug it across the street and hung it from a tree. And let's see, where was it? Was it California? They took an Abraham Lincoln statue, I think it might have been California, tore it down and torched it. I think it's time for these people to, you know, the mayors or whatever, to get, oh yeah, and we can't forget, what do they call it now? Let's see, it started out as Chaz, and now it's Chop. Yes, I live in the country of Chop. Yeah. Anyway, the mayor and the governor of Washington State need to get their shit together and go in there and take control back and dismantle Chop. Chop it down to size. Anyway, okay, so that's the craziness that's been going on. Obviously, I think it's going too far, you know, banning Dukes of Hazzard, or at least wanting to, which I think is stupid. That show's about as racist as I'm wearing pink. Unless you're colorblind, obviously, you know, I'm not wearing pink, I'm wearing green. So, anyway, and Barney Fife, come on, Andy Griffith, that dude, he's no more prejudiced than I am a woman, and I'm definitely not a woman. I like women, but I'm not one. Okay, at least I know what the hell I am and what the hell I want. So, and with that being said, I just thought I would touch on what I am getting ready to do. And what I'm getting ready to do Wednesday is finally get my eye operation and get the bubble taken out, thank goodness, out of my right eye. So in order to take this bubble off, you know, to get the test, I had to go and get a coronavirus test. Let's see. Ooh, I don't like this one. No, let's put it back. Let's put it back. Let's put it back. There. There. Boy, I love doing this. Okay. So I have to go get a coronavirus test, or I did have to. I know I'm having too much fun. Sorry. I had to go I had to go, see, when was it? Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah. Friday to get my coronavirus test. And it was very evasive. It wasn't really what you want to call comfortable. They got several kind that they give out. One where I guess they swab the throat, which they didn't do to me. They got one where they'll just kind of swab the inner part of your nose, which from what I hear tickles. And then they got the one that I took, where they basically shove it into the back of your freaking skull. You know, your sinuses or whatever that thing, you know, behind your nose. And, you know, they take this thing, it looks like a toothpick. Whoops, wrong finger. Let's try this finger. And they take this thing and they stick it up in your nose. And it goes way back. And when it gets so far back, then it gets, I don't know, it gets into the thing that's behind your nose, whatever that is. And now that does irritate. Once it penetrates, once it's in there, then they will count for 15 seconds, and while they do that, you don't really care that it's in there. It doesn't bother you. And after the 15 seconds is done, then they will pull it out. And well, when they pull it out, then you feel it again as it leaves. You know, it's like, ugh. Then one side wasn't bad enough, they had to do it to both sides, so they did it again. And so and I got my test result back, and I do not have it, so that's good. So I will be able to get my surgery on Wednesday. So let's play with another effect. Let's see what this one is. Ooh, kind of spacey, yeah. So, anyway, I'll get to go and get my surgery on Wednesday. My girlfriend's coming up, and she's gonna stay with me a few days and take care of me. This ought to be interesting, but gotta love her. Anyway, so that's what is going on with me so far, and that is all the crazy shit that's been going on. You know, as far as defacing things, you know, the rioters, and you know, people protesting is one thing, but to get out and deface, you know, the statues, wanting to defund the police, you know, all this crazy garbage. Excuse me. Oh well, anyway. So, with all that being said, where was I? Oh yeah, and defunding the police and all that. You know, we don't. Come on, we need police. But this left-wing media crap is so far left, they'll never get back to the right side. But, you know, and get rid of Chaz, you know, go back, take Seattle back. I mean, come on, the mayor told the police not to interfere, and I guess there was a murder there last night. So, let's try this one. Ooh. Kind of like the Terminator, man. You know, I'm like the Terminator. Let's see, what other ones are there? Let's see what this is. Well, this one's kind of groovy. But, let's see here. Nah, we got some weird ones, so let's put it back on this one. Shoo. Alright, enough of this jumping around stuff. But I know it's a little late, because today is now officially the 21st. So before I discuss the 21st, or what happened on the 20th, we do indeed have to change. Ooh, this one's kind of weird. Ooh, I'm kind of sparkly. Alright, well, we do have to change this one, so here we go. And as you could tell, it looks like I'm underwater. And I did that for a reason. Because 45 years ago on the 20th, the movie that made you afraid to go into the water came out. So the movie has been out for 45 years. And so yes, I watched Jaws tonight. That is probably one of the best movies I've seen. You know, Jaws. And I know people out there have, I would hope most of you have seen Jaws. But if you hadn't, you know, you need to go buy it, rent it, whatever. Watch Jaws. It puts all these other shark movies to shame. You know, like The Meg, or Deep Blue Sea, or any of them, you know. And they got 4 Jaws movies. The first 3 are really good, in my opinion. The 4th one isn't bad, but it's, you know, so-so. So, anyway. But at least watch the first one. And if you like the first one, then you'll probably like the second one. And maybe the third. But, I don't know about the 4th. But they are good movies if you like good, fun movies. And if you're really feeling adventurous, and if you read, then you really do need to read the book, Jaws. It's a lot different than what the movie is. So I guess if you want to do both, I recommend that you read the book first and then watch the movie. But if you're not really into reading books, then, you know, just watch the movie. But the book is a good read. It's actually a lot different. It's got a much darker tone to it than what the movie did. So I recommend, personally, I recommend that you read the book and then watch the movie. Like I said, though, if you are into reading books, just read the book. Or if you're just into watching, you know, waiting for it to become a movie, then watch the movie. But if you ever do get into reading the book, you'll be, you know, kind of sad that, you know, I don't know, I think you're just missing a lot by not reading the book. I think you really do need to read the book. And it's a book by Peter Benchley, and it's called Jaws. So, I recommend that you watch, or, you know, read it, watch it, whatever. So, anyway, I guess that's about all I'm going to do today. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready and end this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. The one thing I do want to note real quick is, have you noticed people like CNN or some of these other networks? This is kind of getting a little political, but, you know, it is what it is. So let's get this back to normal. Bye-bye. Okay. Now this is kind of, you know, being a little political. But did you ever notice, you know, like some of the networks, you know, before they were saying, oh, stay at home, stay safe, you know, you know, you gotta stay corona-free. You know, you got a social distancing and all this, which is, you know, I agree with. But then when the protesting and the rioting and the so-called mostly peaceful protests, which is a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, did you ever notice that when the protests began, these networks like CNN and MSNBC and, you know, and all these other networks just said, oh, you know, there's no mention of corona whatsoever. No mentioning of social distancing. In fact, when people would protest when we were under shutdown, you know, lockdown or whatever, and if people were protesting, just a few people would protest about wanting to get back to work, they were arrested and all this, and the networks, you know, like the crappy news network and all them, they're shame, shame, shame. You know, they're out protesting. You know, they're not doing social distancing, blah, 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 blah. But then as soon as this Black Lives Matter stuff started, you know, and then protesting, okay, I understand, like about George Floyd, that was bad and that should not have happened, but it has gone way past that now. So you tell me what George Floyd has anything to do with defacing our sculptures, wanting Dukes of Hazzard taken off the air, the Confederate flag no more at NASCAR, you know, all this crap. That has nothing to do with George Floyd. It's just this thing. But I encourage people to go look at the Black Lives Matter website. I don't know what it is because I'm not even going to glorify them and put out their web address here. Just if you really want to know, go look it up. You'll find out what they really are all about. And it shouldn't be Black Lives Matter. It should be all lives. Just saying. So one is no more important than the other. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But did you ever notice, though, that when the protests and the riots began, oh, going out, hug each other, walk arm in arm with each other. Look at them. Look at all the thousands and thousands of people showing their love for each other. These networks were saying that when just like a few weeks ago, lockdown, lockdown. Well, now that the protests, well, they were kind of winding down, but they're still, kind of out of hand. But as soon as Donald Trump said he was going to have a rally, guess what came back up? Coronavirus came back up. Oh, we don't think it's right. We don't think our president, he's an egomaniac. He's having a rally with all these people, and it's just going to spread the corona. Well, if anything's going to spread the corona, it was all the bullshit that was going down the last few weeks. And if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but it's a fact. Donald Trump didn't have nearly as many people at his rallies that were all gathered in different groups throughout the country, even here in the United States, all combined. I mean, there were thousands and thousands of people here in downtown Columbus, and who knows how many in New York and Seattle. In New York, that was the epicenter for the coronavirus, with that goofball mayor and the goofball governor that they got there. Anyway, so, yeah, the fake media, and I will call them that, and if people don't like it, oh well. But they are fake media, because it's all according to, it's like tonight after Trump's rally. Now, see, here's the thing. This is typical CNN for you. First, they were complaining because he was going to have all these people in to watch his, rally. And then when they had them all separated out, so all of them weren't really that close together. There were some empty seats. CNN was on there. Well, as you could tell tonight, Donald Trump's rallies just aren't what they used to be because there were empty seats. So see, it does not matter what Donald Trump does. The fake media is going to find something wrong with it. First they bitched because he was having it. Then they bitched because he was going to have too many. Then they were bitching, or not really bitching, but they were saying, well, it's not doing so, his rallies, he's not doing so well. I'm surprised they even are allowed to have a license to broadcast the news. Because, they're just a joke. Watch One American News. And that NFL guy that had the OAN t-shirt on in One American News, I like them. But now he's apologizing because he said he was ignorant to what, to the kind of news that they because they're the type where they are pretty much for, but if Trump, they are for Trump, but if he does something wrong, they will call him out on it. Unlike CNN, where if he does something wrong, they're there to egg it on and actually add to it. Or if he does something good, then they still don't give him credit. So You know, don't watch CNN. I encourage everybody to just stop watching that fake crap and watch One America News or Fox News. But anyway, alright. So that is all I'm going to say. And Trump 2020, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But it's either him or Sleepy Joe. You know, and poor Sleepy Joe, he won't be able to remember. You know, I'm surprised he even remembers he's still in the running. So if he drops out, and if he forgets that he's in the running, and if he drops out, does that mean Trump wins? Well, he's going to anyway. Alright, well, that's all I'm going to say. So, I'm going to bail out. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share if you so choose. And I will see you all the next time. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, get out and read or watch Jaws. Do 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 do. I love that song. All right, peace, everybody.